It's favorites time again, and this time I've got something special. I don't like coffee, or I didn't like coffee. My favorite thing, I love coffee ice cream, and I love Baskin-Robbins Jamocha almond fudge. But, you know, I knew I was going to be having surgery, and when my kids come here, the first thing they do in the morning is they go out for coffee. And I thought, okay, Sandy, it's time for you to get a coffee machine. I mean, I have no coffee machine. When I would entertain, I'd serve them with Chemex, you know, and pour the coffee grounds in. But I didn't even know how it tasted because I never drank coffee. I never made coffee. But when I'd go out, I would love to have a latte. And I didn't learn about lattes until, I guess, Starbucks. And I didn't even know how to order. So I didn't drink coffee. I didn't order coffee. I didn't have a coffee machine, but I knew my kids were going to be visiting. Well, I mean, I'd buy them Starbucks, you know, the instant coffee. They didn't like it. So, I mean, they kind of, they'd sneer at me for my lack of coffee knowledge. So I knew that they were going to be coming and visiting, and I thought, I don't want them leaving first thing in the morning. So I'm going to get them I'm going to get me a coffee machine. Now, I knew my nephew Rex had an Nespresso that he loved. By the way, this is not, what is it? It's not a gift. I'm not being paid. It's none of those things. But my nephew Rex had an espresso machine. And I thought, aha, it was around Thanksgiving. And I decided that I was going to get, they were having, I know it was, what it was. Amazon was having a sale because it was Thanksgiving and it was, something Friday. Whatever it was, it was all the sales, you know, the day after Thanksgiving. So I looked up Nespresso and I saw this is called an Nespresso Virtuo and this is called an Arancino. I'll get into that. And I thought, I'm going to buy a coffee machine so that when the kids come here, they can have coffee. Ta-da! So I go and buy as I say, this is an Espresso Virtuo, and this is an Arancino. This is an Arancino 3, and this whips up coffee and makes foam. You know, you heat it up. So I bought this, and I thought, well, I'll try it myself. So it was the day after Thanksgiving. I looked up on Amazon. They were having a sale of Nespressos. And I thought, this is what I'm going to buy because my nephew has an espresso. I didn't do any searches. I didn't try anything else. But I love the idea of, you know, of putting a little pot in and it just makes coffee. So you can't make bad coffee if you just put the thingy in here. So I bought this and I thought, I'm going to try it. I got very excited. In fact, I got so excited, my kids did not want to hear me talk about my coffee machine anymore. They would go, are you serious, Mother? It's very sweet. I'm so glad you're happy, but enough with the coffee machine. I got so excited. I set up my little barista stand. Look, I've got, you know, my flavors. I've tried a bunch of them, and we can discuss favorites later or something. And see, I've got this spoon, you know, so I can stir things. And this is what I rest the spoon on. And here's a little coaster. See, it's all cute and colored. And this was a tray that I had that I decided to use. This was a flower vase, and I really wanted it to look like a real, you know, barista coffee station. Well, I started making it. And I put in, I think my first flavor was, where's it? I like French vanilla. Wait, look at this. Wait. Look at that. And then you put this in. You pull this down. And then you press this button. And I put milk in here in the Arancino 3. And I put milk in here. And I haven't figured a number of things out. I haven't figured out sometimes I put the flavoring in the coffee cup, and sometimes I put it in the milk. So I don't have it all finely tuned yet. But you press this button and coffee comes out. And it's so good tasting. I love it. And I love being a barista. I love, picking out pods, and I love, turning it on, and I love the whole experience. Now, you say, okay, how do your kids like it? They love it. They don't go out for coffee anymore. They stay with their mother and father and love all the pods. So recently, my daughter and son-in-law and grandchildren and granddog came to visit, and now this is the real test, because my son-in-law is a real coffee fanatic. He's got one of those Italian things. I don't know if it's Italian, but he's got one of those big things, and he grinds, or he has his own ground coffee, and he has all the proper things for coffee that I don't understand, and he's got the steamer. And I thought, now this is the test. He loved it. He really enjoyed the coffee. Not only that, and so he'd make coffee for my daughter Susanna. She loved it too. They never went out once for coffee. It's so much fun. Now, I'm not selling you an espresso. I'm not selling you anything. I haven't been able to talk to people and tell people, how much I love my coffee machine. But I just had to you're my captive audience, and I had to tell you what fun it is having a coffee machine. Look at this beauty. And not only is it beautiful, but it also tastes delicious. Love it. Remember last week I was talking about how dry my hair looked, and that I wasn't using Olaplex because they have a class action suit? Well, what happened was I started realizing that I go to YouTube a lot to give me answers, such as why do I have that white stuff on my podocarpus, and how to take care of it, how to do all sorts of things. And one of the things, so I put in hair, just generic hair, and I found this YouTuber by the name of the Blowout Professor, and he had some really good ideas. So I want to tell you about the Blowout Professor and his suggestion of products. And what I did was I bought them all. I went out, I didn't know, I went to Amazon and I bought almost all the products he mentioned because I'm desperate, and I knew that all of you were desperate also. One of the things he mentioned was that he really liked was this Olaplex bonding oil, and I had it. I'd already purchased it, but I wasn't using it right. And he was saying that if your hair is looking dry, if it's looking, dry and coarse, use this bonding oil. This is after you've blown dry, after you've done anything. And I was using too much. So what he said was use very little. And I thought, what's very little? And I used one drop on, and he said just on the ends. So I went around and used the one drop on the ends, and it made such a big difference. If you could see my hair before the bonding oil and after, it made a huge difference. And not only that, I've got a theory. My hair has been really looking good, and I think that when I sleep, that the bonding oil from here moves up because my hair has become, it's soft, it's smooth, it's become easy to manage. So now if you want to wait, I'm going to be doing, kind of wrap-ups on all the shampoos and conditioners that I use. And so you can either buy this Olaplex No. 7 bonding oil and try it just on the ends, just on the ends. Maybe I should have put some here, I don't know, but I just put it on the ends. I want to turn you on to the Blowout Professor and this bonding oil, and I will, where it says more, if you click on that, you're going to get a lot of information. And I'll give you the website for the Blowout Professor. And he's got so much information, it's a little overwhelming. I've now bought, I think, 4 or 5, maybe 5 shampoos, and he tells you the kind of leave-in shampoo I should use and the shampoo. I bought them all. I think I might still have some more to buy. I've spent a fortune. And, well, no, you know what? They're not that bad. They're not drugstore brand in terms of, really low prices, but they're not bad. So that's one of the things I want to tell you about that I've discovered. Next thing, me and my nails. So I either wear gloves when I do the dishes, but let's say I want to do something kind of, just quick. I love this. This is Rubbermaid, and you squeeze this top, and then some of the detergent comes out here, and I clean my dishes. Whatever. It gives me a great deal of pleasure to use my little Rubbermaid. I think it's No, it isn't Rubbermaid. Forget that. It's OXO. It's OXO. Do you believe that? So this is OXO, and you press this button, look, whoop, and you get detergent, and you wrap it, or you not wrap, and you wash around your dishes, and it cleans it. I love it. And I can keep so that I don't get my hands wet. I love it. So this is OXO, and it's great fun. You need a little laughter when you're doing dishes, right? I have a great deal of fun with it. Another thing, because I've been, recuperating from surgery, I've watched a lot of TV and a lot of really good shows. So I want to let you know about some. Let's see. One of them is Bad Sisters on Apple TV. We really enjoyed it. Wonderful actors and actresses, and it's British, and it's a great deal of fun at the same time. There's a lot of drama to it too, but it's a good show, very enjoyable. Let's see, The Adulterer, excellent on Netflix, or it's Amazon. I can't. I mean, can you keep track whether it's Amazon or Netflix? I'm lucky to find the show the next night, let alone which one it's on. So The Adulterer, excellent. What other things? The Metropolitan Museum of Art is another great place to shop. They just brought in a new collection of, it's like Roman gold pieces, and there's some really interesting rings and a pair of earrings with 2 pearls dangling, really some great looking stuff. So take a look at Metropolitan Museum of Art and take a look at their new collection of Roman kind of coins and stuff. Speaking of the Metropolitan Museum of Art, did I show you these pearls? This is from the Vermeer exhibit. They're very old. I love them. And again, they're still on sale at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. So this is another good thing. Then, I've been using that blush. No, it's the bronzer called Stonegate, and it's by Bobbi Brown. Well, I don't know how Bobbi Brown found me, but they got back to me and they said something that goes with it really well is the Bobbi Brown blush, and this is the color is pale pink 11. And when I first looked at it, I thought, oh my goodness, this looks so bright. But they'd recommended it, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it. So I put it on a couple of days ago, and what I do is I take it's really soft and creamy, and I like it. So I've got it on now. I don't know if you can see, but I'm going to try it on. So I'm just going to put a little on, and then what I do is I pounce it in with this brush. So it can be any brush. This is, maybe this is a little dark, but it gives me a little color, and I think it's because it's winter that a little bit of color doesn't look bad. And this brush is by, I remember, let's see, who's the brush by? REF, ELF, RMS. It was close, right? So I pounce it in, and it's and as bright as this looks, once you get it on, it just gives you a little bit of, life in your face. And I think at 82 years old, you need life in your face. So I wanted to tell you about this. So I'm very happy with it. I had this. This was in my makeup drawer, and I was looking through my blushes, and I thought, oh my goodness, I've got it. I was so excited that they'd recommended it, and I have it. I think I'm going to buy it, though, in, this one is cream, and I think I'm going to buy it in powder, so that, I don't know why, but I'm going to buy it in powder also. And I'd also like to see if this comes in a lipstick. This would go well with my Shangri-La, right? Speaking of lipstick, so on my lips today is a color that you all comment about and that you all love, and I always get the name wrong. And it's called Rose Official. I keep on wanting to say Rose Original or Original Rose, but it's Lisa Eldridge Rose Official. And it's a wonderful color because it's not too light, it's not too dark, you don't fade away. It's a rose color. Look at how, oh my goodness, I'm almost done. It feels creamy. Is it a matte? What do they say? They don't say. But I've really enjoyed this color, and I never get it right. Rose Official. I highly recommend. Oh, do you like licorice? I love licorice. And there's a great licorice, and it's called Wiley's Licorice. And you can I think you can get it at Amazon, or you can get it, I got it at my local market, but I'll include it in my list of products that I list at the bottom of the bottom of the Show More page. So if you like licorice, you got to try the Wiley's black licorice. The red has a weird taste to it. I don't know what it is, but I don't like the strawberry, but I do like the black. So that's excellent licorice. And I think I'm going to end on that sweet note. So I hope you enjoy I don't know whether, if I do it in March, does that mean it's February? Or should I have done it in February? So I'm not sure which, but I'm sure in my next video, my next monthly favorite, I'm going to have a lot of hair products because I'm now obsessed about hair products and finding something to replace Olaplex. I hope you look forward to my next monthly favorites. And I think that's about it for now. Oh, remember to like it, press the button that goes up, and remember to subscribe. I love your comments, so continue to comment. It's really fun getting to know all of you. I'm looking into making lives so that maybe you can ask me questions and I can answer them. And what else am I looking forward to? Yeah, I'm looking forward to lives. I think they're fun, and it's a great way of getting to know you and for you to get to know me. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week.